Hi everyone, it's Dawn coming to you from Pt.5 Digital Designs. Today is part 5 of a series of videos that I'm doing on bottle art. These videos are not demonstrational videos. What they're intended to do is to give you information on decorating bottles step by step. And in each step, I will take you through the supplies that you need, how to use them, and where you can purchase them. I get a lot of questions regarding that stuff, and so I thought putting these videos together would help give you the information that you're looking for and hopefully answer some of your questions. So today's video, we're going to talk about beads and bead dangles. This is what I've been using to hang off the chains of my bottle. You can use them any way you want, actually. Everything I show you today are things that I use, and they're things that I have gotten through other Facebook people and YouTubers that also decorate bottles. These are materials that I see them using, and I pick and choose what I want to use and what works best for me. And so I would just like to share the information that I have learned about, and hopefully helping to help you out and pass it along to you. So today we're going to talk about beads. I've got another video that I'll do after this one talking about charms. I've got so much stuff, and if I try to cram it into one video, the video will be way too long, and I try not to drag these videos out. But today we're going to talk about beads and bead dangles. Most of the things that I do get from Amazon, but I will tell you my resources and where I find them. So what you'll need for this step of decorating your bottle is you're going to need beads, you're going to need jump rings, you're going to need head pins, you're going to need glue, and you're going to need some pliers, jewelry pliers, and bead caps if you choose to use, and spacer beads. Those are the list of materials that I have here in front of me and what I use. So the first thing I'd like to show you are the beads. So these beads, I haven't even opened these yet. These are pearl beads. I got these from Amazon. You can see they're several different sizes. These do require the use of a head pin, but I did get these off of Amazon. These are good to have. The pearls look really nice on your bottles. So that's one type of bead. Then I bought these beads. These are crystal glass beads. I purchased these from Amazon. I believe this is a 4mm size bead. Not really good at the sizes, but I think that's what it is. It usually tells you in the description of what you're ordering. These are glass crystal beads, and the sparkle is really nice. The colors are really nice. These also require the use of a head pin. But I will show you, I did find beads that you don't have to use head pins if you don't want to be bothered with, making loops and all that stuff. And I'm going to show you that a little bit later in this video. But these I did purchase from Amazon. Then from my local craft store, I picked up some spacer beads. These are in the bead/jewelry section, spacer beads. I also purchased a string of glass beads. These come on a strand, and you just cut them, and then these will all come off individually. I got these at my local craft store. These are glass beads. And then I found these. I love these. So these, I can actually use two things on this. First of all, you've got the bead that you can use, and then these beads can come off because they're just on there with jump rings, and you can use this chain to wrap around your bottle or use it for links to make your dangles longer. So this is really, can utilize this a lot. So I like these. When I found them, I loved them because they are already made with a head pin, and they already have a loop. So all you would have to do is take it off this link, which just either by cutting it or removing this jump ring, and then there you have just your bead, and all you have to do is hook a jump ring to that and hook it onto the chain from your bottle. So these I like. These I like a lot. I bought them in 3 colors. I have black, I have green, I have this real pretty blue. So these I got from my local craft store. Then I have a bunch of other stuff here. Most of the stuff I did get from Amazon. I do have So these here are multicolored pearls. As you can see, there's several different sizes in here. These require a head pin. I have these teardrop crystal glass beads. These have a beautiful shine. Very nice. I got these off of Amazon. These require a head pin also. Then here's the black of those teardrop beads that I was telling you about. Let's see what else. Oh, this is interesting. I found these at Hobby Lobby, and what they were actually an earring. There was a couple more stones that came on here, and they were in the beaded jewelry section in Hobby Lobby, and they have like a little connector on it, and all you would do is put a jump ring on it and connect that to your chain on your bottle. So you can use each one of these pieces individually. I'm even going to use that piece, and I'll just snip off this earring part here, this part here. But you can use each one of these stones to hang off your chains. So I thought that was pretty good, because I've got like 5 pieces that I can use from this one thing that I bought, although there were 2 of these on a cardboard. Then I bought something else like this. I've used several of these already, but these also have that little connector right there, so that just gets hooked on with a jump ring. But this had like 5 different things hanging from it, so I've used them as individual pieces to hang off my neck of my bottle. Here's part of the earring. This was a piece that came off, but see, it has that little piece, and you would just put a hook a jump ring on that and just use that as a dangle. I've got these little crosses. Now these are beads. They have a hole that goes through the top all the way through to the bottom. So these will be attached. You either need to use some kind of a jewelry string or a head pin, but I've used these on a couple of my bottles already. This was at my local craft store in the bead/jewelry section. I also got some of these glass black beads from my local craft store. Came on a string like this. And what else? Oh, I picked up these little hearts that have the jump ring already attached. You can hang those as dangles off your bottle. Pretty much, I mean, you can find lots of things to use to hang off your bottle. These are the beads that I particularly like to use. Now, what I had said before was I found beads on Amazon that you don't have to use head pins. When I first started doing this, I didn't want to mess with, head pins and making the loop, and I never had any luck doing that. And so what I found was beads that have the hole on the side of the bead, where all you need to do is hook a jump ring to it, and it doesn't need any looping of a head pin or anything. So I got these teardrop crystal beads. Now, instead of the hole being down the center and coming down the bottom, I don't think you can see it, but the hole is on the side of the bead. Okay, so instead of it being on the top, it's on the side of the bead. And what you would do is you would just hook your jump ring into the side of the bead, and then hook it onto your chain, and then there you have a dangle. Now, you can't add any other beads and make it a fancy dangle, but it is a dangle, and it looks fine. So I got those, and then I also found these. Now, they come with a lobster claw on it. You just take the lobster claw off, but it's these cute little glass beads, but they come with their loop already on. And all you would do is take a jump ring, slip it through there, and hook it onto your chain, and you already have this little dangle that's already made. And they come in a bunch of different colors. I've used these already. They're a lot of fun to use. And like I said, for people who don't want to be bothered with doing loops on head pins and all of that, these are perfect. When I found them, I just thought it was a great find, because I didn't want to mess with all that other stuff. I'm not a jewelry maker. I just wanted to be able to put dangles on my bottles. And as a matter of fact, this bottle here is before I started using head pins, and I made this dangle with just one of those beads I showed you with a jump ring. So there, it looks just as nice And again, you don't have to go through all the trouble, or like me, I was just afraid of doing it. I didn't think anything was going to stay on, and I was scared to do it, and it was a little bit of a pain in the neck. But I've since learned how to do it, and I really do like using the head pins. Like this is a little dangle that I made from a head pin. So if you get into doing that, they can be fun and addicting to make. So that's that. Now here are the beads that I'm talking about that they don't need a head pin. These are the same as the ones I showed you in here, but they came in this little kit like this. They come with the silver jump rings, but jump rings come in bronze, silver, gold. You can get them in any color. But I got this off of Amazon, and these are the beads with the holes on the side. Again, so no need to mess with head pins and just use your jump rings. I got this off of Amazon. These are crystal glass beads, teardrops, and these happen to be, what does it say, 8 by 13 millimeter. And it came in all these colors, and this was a good buy. If you type in the search bar on Amazon and you just type in glass bead dangles, all this stuff I'm showing you will come up. You'll just have to look in the description of where it tells you the type of bead it is, as far as if it requires a head pin or not. I'm not really sure how they word it on there, and I'm not really sure what it says. I don't remember. But if you're having a hard time finding it and you would really like to use these beads, just let me know in the comments or send me a message, and I will give you the link of which ones I bought. But again, you can probably search it on Amazon and all this stuff will come up. So that is it for the beads. But now I want to talk about some other things that some jump rings and head pins. I also want to show you another cute little idea for an embellishment, and I saw somebody else do this on Facebook. So it is not my idea, but I saw somebody do it, and I thought it was really cute, and I thought it was a nice added embellishment. Create sort of like a hat pin. And this is what I'm talking about. This one is not a fancy one. I didn't have all these beads when I made this one, but you can make some sort of a hat pin and then tuck it into your ribbon on your neck of your bottle, and it can become a nice little cute embellishment, especially if you have a crystal glass bead on there. It makes it nice and sparkly. So that is what I'm going to show you right now. So to do the hat pin embellishment, what you need are some hat pins or corsage pins. I got these off of Amazon. There's like 200 pieces in here for like $5.99, I think I got them for. And they're just straight pins. I mean, I think this is probably a corsage pin. A hat pin, I think, is a little bit longer, and you really don't need a longer pin. But you would take this pin and then you would just go ahead and stack your beads on here. Usually 3 beads is probably enough. Otherwise, you stick this in the ribbon, you hide the beads. So I think like 2 or 3 beads is probably enough. But you would take your hat pin, and your glue also comes in at this time. So now whenever I do anything on my bottles, I use hot glue, but if I tack things down or, want things to really, really stay secure, I use E6000 or I use B7000. What I like about this B7000 is I bought these cute little tubes, and they're just easy to handle and work with. But what I love about this is that it comes with this real skinny silver tip, so that when you use it, it doesn't just blob out everywhere. It goes exactly where you want it. And then you just have to get it back in the hole there to get the top back on. But I like this glue. It holds. It's a really good glue. So I use a lot of this with my bottles. So what you would do is you would take your hat pin and you would get whatever beads that you want. I'm going to do this real quick here. So what I would do is do a dab of glue, and then I would take a bead and push it on, hold it there for just a minute. Then I would put another dab of glue, and I would take another bead and hold hold it up, and then I would dab glue again, put another bead on. Like I said, 3 beads is probably enough. So let's see, put a dab of glue, take another bead, put this bead on, hold it, you know, till it's pretty much in place, and there, if I let it go, it's gonna fall, but there you have a little hat pin, and again, made for another embellishment to make for your bottle, and it's really cute. It's just another little idea. You stick it into the ribbon, you hide the pin, and you could even maybe put a little dab of glue on the part that leans against the neck of the bottle, just so that it stays, and there you have it. You can even, after you get the pin in there, maybe cut the tip off a little bit so it's not like sticking out, but that is just another idea for an embellishment for your bottle. So that is the hat pin embellishment, and again, from Amazon. You could probably get these at your local craft store in the sewing section. So we have that. Now, what I'd like to talk to you about is some head pins and some jump rings. And also too, here are some bead caps. This is also an option if you're using head pins. These are just to fancy up your beads a little bit. You can use those. What you're going to need is some jewelry pliers. You got your flat nose pliers. These are same thing, but they're just bended at the end. You need to use these for your jump rings. Then if you're going to mess with head pins, you need a round nose plier, you need some flush cutters, and these are always good to have whether you're using head pins or not. But unless you're using head pins, you need to get a round nose plier, and that's what you use to make the loop with. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I'm kind of just started making them myself, and it was practice after practice, and I finally kind of got it, but I do it just to where it looks good for me. I don't even know if I'm doing it completely correctly, but all I know is that it works for me. It looks fine for me. So if you're interested in using head pins and wanting to know how to make the loop on the head pins, just go on YouTube and search it. There's plenty of videos on there that will show you how to do it. I'd rather you go watch a video of somebody that can show you extremely correct, you know, the correct way than me just kind of finagling it. But I've been doing it. It's been working out. My loops look fine, but I much rather you go to YouTube to try that out. But I will show you how to use a jump ring because I know how to use a jump ring. So as far as head pins go, there are many different kind of head pins. They come in bronze, silver, gold, all kinds of colors. And first here is what we have the regular head pins. These have a flat top to them. Now this head pin is a little bit small. You know, you can get beads that are a little too big that will slide off of there. So you're just going to have to kind of look at the size of the head pin and then the size of your beads and kind of figure that out. There are other solutions for that too. You can get head pins that have little balls at the end of them, and these again come in silver, gold, and bronze. They have a little ball at the end, and this is a little bit bigger than that flat head, so it's a little bit more, you know, easier to find a variety of beads that fit that. But that's just another type of head pin. Then I also found this set of head pins that I really like, and I'm probably going to order more. They come with something at the end of them to make them look kind of decorative already. And again, silver, gold, and bronze. And this is what they look like. That's one style. And what you do is you take the bead and it's got like a fancy little decorative bottom. I love these. I love these. I think they add a little extra zhuzh to it, and it's just, they're just cute. So I bought a pack of them, and it came with this style. And came with this style. These are more like a bead cap. But it came in this style. And a lot of times these head pins are going to be like bent up. You just have to straighten them before you use them. It's kind of like a bead cap. And then we have this. It's a little bit smaller and a little bit of a different style. Those. But I really like these. I really like the way the beads look on them. I think it just gives it a little cute oomph. So these are the other type of head pins, the fancier head pins, and they've got all different kinds. You can get all kinds of head pins. You can go crazy just like everything else. But again, just I got all these off of Amazon, and what you would do is just in the search bar, put in head pins, and everything I just showed you will come up. The regular head pins, the head pins with the little balls on them, and these fancy head pins. Just type in head pins, and everything will come up, and you can find it from there. But that is from Amazon. You can also probably get these at your local craft store. I know I got regular head pins from my local craft store, so you can also do that too. Now the other thing I want to show you is jump rings, and I'm showing you this because I know how to do this. The head pins and making the loops, just go search that on YouTube and get it taught to you the correct way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bead here. I'm going to show you how we would connect this to the bead and onto a chain. So I've got some leftover chain here. Get my chain. Okay, so these are the beads that have the hole on the side of the bead where you would just use a jump ring. Now I'm going to use a jump ring that is big so that you could see what I'm doing, but this is not the size that I would use to actually make it for my bottle. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle nose pliers. I happen to have this one and the bent needle nose pliers. You can have 2 of these or 2 of these. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your jump ring, and your jump ring is going to have, now people that make jewelry already know this, but your jump ring is going to have, if you can see, a little seam, and it's right there. It's kind of closed, of where it splits. And what you're going to do now is you're going to take one of your needle nose pliers and put it on the side, and put the other one on the other side. And you're going to give it, you're not going to move it in all different directions. You're just going to give it a twist. Just one motion twist. You're going to take one of those beads that I told you that has the hole on the side. I'm showing you how it works right now. You're going to slip it on. See it? Slipped right on. You're going to take your chain, and you're going to slip that onto your chain. And then you're going to take your, now the best thing to do is don't grab the jump ring like this, because you're going to bend it all out of shape. What you're going to do is you're going to grab it from the side like this, and you're going to take your other needle nose pliers and grab the other side. And what you're going to do is the same way as you just made one rotation, one movement, you're going to do the same thing coming back. And all you're going to do is go right back until you hear it click, or until you see that it's flush against the other one. And there you have it. Now, this jump ring is way too big. I would never use this jump ring to put on this dangle, but you would have never been able to see if I used the smaller jump ring. But that's how you do it, just as easy as that. Now, if you take these jump rings and you start twisting them all around, so like I said, don't grab these jump rings like this, the tip. You're going to take it and you're going to put one on one side and one on the other of where the split is, and you're just going to turn. And then after you get everything hooked together, you're just going to turn back. Now, if you turn back and it stops, just give it a little wiggle until it lays flush. Now, if you're going to twist it all up and you're going to do all this stuff and you're going to take it right out of shape. Now, to get this back to where it's going to be, where it's going to be secure, I don't know if you can see it, but you see what's happening? You can't get it back flush. And then if you don't close these up, you have a very good chance of your charm or your beads coming off. So there is no, going crazy with it. You just get your jump ring, and it's one motion, hook it, motion back. That's all you need to do, and you should be good to go. But see, this one has been messed with so much now, it's completely out of shape, and it's really hard to get it back. It will never close flush, and that right there, that's dangerous. You're going to lose whatever is hanging off of this jump ring, is going to come off because it's not secure. So that's all you need to do. If you need more of a tutorial, again, you can go on YouTube and find out how to, use jump rings. But that is, I thought was easy enough for me to show you that. And again, if you just do those two motions, you shouldn't have any problem whatsoever. And there you've created your dangle. And again, you need small jump rings. That looks a little funny, but just wanted to show it to you. So that's it for today. Just want to thank you for being here. Just want to remind you to check out our YouTube channel and subscribe and like our channel. Help us grow our channel. We appreciate your support. And head on over to the main Facebook page and go over to the albums tab and click on that. Check out all the beautiful images that Penny has to offer and her beautiful bottle toppers that are so much fun. Anything that you see that you want to order, just write down the item number. And if you would, direct message Penny. Don't leave it in the comments. Message her with your order. It gets lost in the comments sometimes, and she really wants to get your information correct and wants to get in a timely fashion. So just direct message her. And we have people on different time zones and from other countries, and just know that when you're sleeping, we're up, and vice versa. And so just give Penny a little bit of time to get back with you, although she does get back with you as soon as she can. She's really good about that. And if you don't see something that you like or want in the images or the bottle topper folders, go ahead and message Penny. If you have an idea of something that you'd like her to custom make for her, she'd surely be happy to do that. Just let her know what your idea is. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.